Hello everyone. Hopefully everything should be working. Let's do our quick little audio check. Hello everyone. It works! I love it when things work. So today we are jumping back into Satisfactory. Saving Skull and Bones for next week probably, because there's some stuff I need to do in that. Pretty boring stuff. And it's just a lot of smashing World Tier 2. So we're also holding off on Witcher 3 because we did some of that not yesterday, a couple days ago. But I really want to get the factory up and running. I did some off-stream work because I had to make 500 motors for all of our refineries, and that was a lot of production that really didn't need to be a part of a stream. I should make sure I've got my inventory, because I put a bunch of stuff into these containers. Probably get everything out of this that I need. Maybe. Do I have any rubber? No, grab one rubber. I've got a bunch of plastic. I probably don't need all of that. Is this one? No, it was the other one. Need that. Need those. Should be good. A lot of the material in my to-do list is for other things. I even forgot that we had a copper sheet production area until I ended up going looking for some copper ingots. Okay, get that. Rotors probably go to the water extractors. Nope, they go to the assemblers. Well, let's work from there and figure out how things go. Actually, I am going to need. I need to find the Satisfactory planner. Modeler. Because that's where I'm getting all of my numbers. It's really helping keep things organized. Yeah, so the last thing that we should have to do for, I think it's the assemblers, is, yeah, we've got plenty of stuff, is reinforced iron plate. And this here is our production area. I'm actually going to do a quick count and then I'll switch back to my other thing. 2, 6. That's a different machine. This is not organized. What was I on? 6. So that would be 11. 15. 15? Yeah. But I'm going to make 20. Put quick numbers. that into steel screws, into steel beams, from solid steel ingot, from pure iron ingot, I say 20, 5, 4 is 9, 14, 18, 20, yeah, 20. Okay. Oop, forgot to minimize the thing. There we go. God, the Satisfactory modeler really helps keep things neat. By the way, I found out what those 3 other assemblers were that I built on the end way down there. Those were for, I want to build it in line with those. Those were for the smart plating before I redid my idea on where I wanted to make those. Because I started building smart plating stuff over there, and then I decided against it and I moved it up to the front, and then I just never went back and did anything with the machines over here. We're going to end up building this thing all the way to the end. Okay. Production. Assembler. That's actually, like, pretty in line. It's like, what is that? 1 shift off center? Okay, use that to lock down the blueprint. Back end's going to be about there. Okay, and that's our first of 20. That's number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on. 7, 8, 9, 11, come on, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, now let me just pop open the modeler and I will move those into line with some of the other stuff. About there should work. Make sure I'm not missing. About there. About there. There are so many machines. Final count. 2, 4, that's 6. 11, 15. Yep, all 20. Okay. So the next process is going to have to be screws. How many screws does each of these produce? Recipe input is 5 steel beams, the output is 260. So I really only need like 1 extra. Okay, so that's screw, steel screws, from steel beams, from a solid steel ingot, pure iron. Okay, so screws. 1, 2. Almost 6. I'm just gonna call that like a little bit more than 9. God, these lines are... So we're at a little bit more than 9. $17. I'm gonna call it 18. 19. So it looks like we need 20 fabricators? Constructors. 20 constructors for all of our screws. Oh my god. We've got enough for 10. It's easy enough to remember where we leave off after that. Oh, blueprint moved. I didn't want that to happen. If I move it back. Yeah, that'll work. out of space, which means I need to make more foundations again. Alright, let's see how far we can get. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These are going to be our... Oh, I didn't know we had the steel screw recipe. Hold on. Oh, wait, no, I did. I did. We were going to make screws from this. Yes, right. Yes, 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 yes. Because that's the 260. Yep, okay. I know what we're doing now. But I just want to look really quickly. If I ever had okay, some at least of my rods, all of my rods might be coming from steel ingots, which is fairly convenient. Yeah. Okay. Steel screws. I'm at least going to mark a couple of these for now, because I didn't mark any of the other things we were doing. Steel screws. These need to be reinforced plate. Rubber concrete. Not going to bother with all of them. Because today I have a limited time where I can play, so I am going to try to get as much done as I can. Let's just queue up like 40 and see how that goes. Because I know I need another 10 for screws. And we do need to visit the power hub, because I genuinely don't know, or don't remember, how many coal power plants I had operational. And we should update those numbers. Big things that I needed. I needed cable. I get 3 spools of cable. Get like one more thing of reinforced iron plate. So much to do, so little time. And look, you can even see the odd areas where I would try jumping up the sides of the mountains and all that. It is neat that I've got this neat little diagonal here going, though. I hope that's big enough for us to fit the other 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, just enough. Just enough. We got that marked out. So I'm gonna move the screws now into a position where they're like mostly out of the way. It's plastic, that's not screws. Screws, where are... Yeah, with this recipe, you really don't need that many machines producing screws. And then, like, the last couple things we need are iron rods and iron plate. Okay, so iron plate. 7.5. Gonna move a couple of things so that they're easier to tell. 13.5. 20.7. Where else on this flow chart? What did I say? 20.7? 26.7. 29.7. call that 30. So I'm going to make 35. I'm going to add a production iron plate, another 5. So we need 35 of those. I can save that side for steel. Sorry, I keep switching between tabs and programs a lot. Using the Satisfactory modeler is very useful, but it does have a couple of downsides. How many units are between these things? Like, 3? Yeah. I said I needed 35. Nope. So we are short a few. It shouldn't really matter. Here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Edge of the thing, we almost fell off. So we're at 11. Twelve, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Jesus hell. One, 32, 33, 34, 35. I said these were iron plate. A monstrous line of machinery. I'm gonna pop the planner open again. Move all of the iron plate. Autosave incoming. Okay, there's all of your iron plate. I don't think we got the machines for the rods yet, but there aren't too many iron rod productions that we actually need. In fact, as far as I can tell, we only really need about 8 machines? 10, 11 machines? That makes rotors. What does that make? Also rotors. Oh, is that like my surplus? Was that... Oh, part of that's for smart plating. Okay, so we need 11. Yeah, just 11. I'm going to up that to 16. And we only have the iron rod recipe, I believe. So 5. So we need 16 iron rod productions. Do I have enough space at the end of here to make them, or would I have to like cross the road again? I'll probably have enough. Oh yeah, I should have enough. So 16. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13. Come on. $14, $15, $16. It's basically a 1 to 4. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. I might have done a thing wrong. Okay, so that definitely did wrong. Delete steel rod. From solid steel ingot. From pure iron. Where else did I see rods? Nope, that one's using steel. That one's using steel. Okay, so the only two things that I can see... Oh, wait. Nope, yep. The only two things I could see... I actually did correctly. It's the add-on that I did wrong, so it is still 16. Gotta minimize that. Steel. We are going to be making a lot of steel. I might have to overclock some of the coal miners. There should be a couple right down there. Yep. Those are still there. Okay, so let me just pull the rods out of this production nightmare. .3 with the 2.5, yep. Which means that our next undertaking should probably be steel beams. That's not even 1. That's barely more than 3. Beams. 27 now. That jumped up quick. Calling it 30, calling it 42. 43. Yeah, 43. And I'm actually going to boost that as well. Beam. Steel beam. 43, I said. So we're going to up that to 53. Which means that ultimately we're going to need more and more fucking iron refineries. Okay. 53. I do not believe I have enough. No. I mean, I have enough reinforced plate. Give me half a second. I'm making a note in my own chat for me. We also are going to need more concrete and iron plates because we are making a ton of foundations. How much? Oh yeah, we're almost out of concrete. So that's 2 full stacks. Six full stacks of concrete. Gonna come back here. Which means we need 6 full stacks of iron plate, I think. 2 full stacks of iron plate. 3, 4, 5, 6. This one, I should get at least 1 more full thing of reinforced plate. And now we go cable. It is morning-ish, which is my evening, and my brain is not fully working. Probably didn't need to do that as neatly as I did, but it is what it is. I got distracted like trying to look at how big our platform has gotten. 3 for steel beams. So I'm going to make it over here. I think I want to end up making like 2 lines of 20. No, I can make 1 line of 26 and 1 line of 27. Because that's a little bit further to the side. I want to see how far off to the side we built our other platform. I want to say it's like 30 foundations that way off the side. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Yep. Is that a purple power slug or is that... I'm trying to use the side of the thing to get a better look. Kinda looks like a purple power slug. Alright. I'll extend the other side by 53. And then we will determine how we go from there. Or by 30. Sorry. Now I'm going to get my numbers mixed up. This is why I made a note for myself. That's one. That got a little bit sketch. Two. That go too far. Went 1 unit too far. Front of the machines, back of the machines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Why is that off center? Did I make them slightly off? Oh, piece of shit. Somewhere I fucked up. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. And that has us about where we need to be in terms of splitting up. So that was 40. Hello, Carly. I am currently working on getting all of my steel production up and running. Sorry, I just whacked my desk there. Not sure if that vibrated through the microphone or anything. Still need to make another 13 of them. My sky pad here is getting kind of cluttered. I'm also not sure that my power network is going to be able to handle any of this. My plans for today are to hopefully finish building all of my production machines. Hang on, I can show you what I've done over the past couple streams. So, all of that is going to be steel beams, and I still need to make 13 more. And then the rest of the factory is all of that stuff. And none of it's hooked up to anything. So hooking it all up is going to be another day's project. I need to make sure I actually mark a couple of these so that I know what the hell I'm doing. Yeah, so I've got the pure iron recipe, so I'm going to end up... Okay, I've got two recipes that really help me out. I've got pure iron, which I can make in the refinery, which is going to be incredibly useful because that multiplies the product. And then I can turn iron ingots into steel ingots in the smelter, which is also going to be incredibly useful. Keeps things relatively simple and efficient. Now, the problem is, how do I want this spacing to go? If the back is over here, so this would go here? Yes. I need to make more foundations because each of these is like one. Ah, well, thank you for stopping by. I'm not always chattiest when I'm focusing on getting numbers right. So forgive me if I'm just a little bit quiet aside from all of the counting. So we need 13 more. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Steel beams. My paranoia is getting the better of me, and I want to go and make sure that our stuff over here is properly labeled. That's all screws. I usually stream on Tuesday and Thursday mornings at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. I'm in the US. Okay, so that is, yes. Did I ever get that one? I think I got that one. Maybe I didn't get that one. I'm confusing myself. We don't need to get distracted. I'm going to pop open the Satisfactory modeler for a moment. Steel